Hey guys, welcome back. We're still playing
We got to keep these intros short.
Dangerous Golf and talking about Arnold Palmer and José Fernandez.
Eventually.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a little bit more Arnold Palmer here for a moment. So, I see London, I see France. Yeah, remind. Terrible joke. All right.
That's what she said.
So, the other thing I learned about Arnold Palmer yesterday when I was trying to, celebrate the guy's life is that guy was afraid of heights and went out and learned to fly because of it. Got his pilot license.
What a badass.
He's such a badass. And that's such a cool thing to be like, I'm afraid of heights. I'm going to learn to fly.
See, I'm terrified of heights. And I have no problem flying at all.
I
have no
problem. The thing is,
you get me in a tall
it's a little
building
bit different to learn to fly because then he's up in like prop planes and stuff.
Right. Yeah, and that was a long time ago.
Like when you get up in them little small planes, that's a little bit different than getting in a jumbo jet.
Yeah, no.
Because I want to say I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid of like mechanical failures and roller coasters and stuff.
Right.
And I'm afraid that I'm gonna fall to my death when I'm near a ledge that's high up. Like, I don't trust the world to keep me safe.
See.
But, like, when I get in an airplane, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Like, you take me in a tall building, and I kind of am unsure for a few minutes, even in a building. It's weird.
I don't even think about it when I get in buildings, man. Like, I love elevators. I'm an elevator junkie. I remember when I was a little kid, I'd be going up and down in elevators.
But it doesn't bother me as bad anymore either. Like, we went to Kansas City, and there's this really tall building. It has one of the express elevators that shoot you to the top.
Yeah.
And it didn't bother me nearly as much. But I remember being young and going to the top of this hotel and just being scared to death.
This is weirdly, stupidly fun, and I know we're playing it horribly.
Oh, yeah, no, we're doing terrible.
So he taught himself how to fly. The other thing, the other reason why I got to where I was like, man, you got to celebrate this guy's life. I sent you an unbelievably unoffensive, I want to say it unbelievably offensive, kind of a dark joke when I found out. So if you don't know, 86 is a term in the restaurant business for when you take something off the menu. And of course, in Arnold Palmer, it's an iced tea and lemonade. So the only thing I sent Blake in text when I found out about Arnold Palmer was 86 Arnold Palmer.
I laughed pretty hard though.
It's funny because it's disturbing. It's kind of like I shouldn't be laughing about this.
So,
but at the same time, you kind of psych yourself into you keep laughing. You have to hit A to continue.
I immediately sent back, that's not okay.
But then I kept giggling about it at work.
I was giggling about it on the way home. So I called my wife because I was driving home, and I was like, guess what Robert sent me? I told her the joke. She did and I mean, this is how I know me and her are soulmates. Is she went, that's not okay.
See, he didn't know because I was giggling it at work, and I told a few other people, and somebody's like, oh, that's kind of sad. And I was like, you know what? He lived 87
good years,
amazing years. Like, I had a great life.
Met presidents.
So Bush. When something sad like happens, like they go out young or something. Yeah, I mean it's morning.
Fernandez.
Yeah, that's morning time. That's like you need to like chill off with the jokes because that's uncool. And if I was around a family member or something, I mean they're going through a hard time. But I like to see the kind of like the amusing thing. This is the other thing I found out. He's only been 87 for like 2 or 3 weeks. So he was almost 86 years old when he passed away. Ruined my joke. You ruined my joke, sir.
I didn't get it.
He was 86. He died at 87.
Oh.
He died.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I ruined your joke.
If he would have died a month ago, he would actually be 86 years old.
Man.
Oh, I found out.
I think we're... Oh.
Yeah, it's you, bro.
Sorry. I thought we were on a loading screen. It didn't say continue.
You have to, I learned that an Arnold Palmer is not half tea, half lemonade, like I've thought my entire life. It's supposed to be like a quarter lemonade.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be that much lemonade.
Which is funny because every person in the world who's ever ordered an Arnold Palmer has then proceeded to tell me it's half tea and half lemonade.
Well, there's actually a ESPN intro thing they were using for the Masters at one point. It showed Arnold Palmer making an Arnold Palmer go put a little bit of tea, a little bit of lemonade, a little bit of tea, a little bit of... It was like a 2-minute commercial, too, because ESPN goes off on those commercials sometimes.
That's funny. They did Will Arnett did a whole bit. I actually posted that one on Facebook, where it's about the drink and one of the things they brought up that was interesting is they were like, oh man, we have these stupid mics on the screen, distracted.
I just noticed them.
I mean, I guess it thought it was always going to be there. It thinks we're both talking.
Oh God, Statue David.
So it was Will Arnett. One of the things they came up with is he might not be the first person to ever make tea and lemonade, but he definitely made it popular, and I think that's a good point. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter if he was the first. He's the one. Oh, right off the dick. He was oh well, I fucked that up. I think
I've messed mine up too.
It doesn't matter if he was the first, as long as you're the man that makes it famous.
Right. I mean,
oh man, I love Will Arnett too. It was a really good video.
There's a lot of things like that.
Did you look that up?
But yeah, I mean, he's one of those people that you really can't say anything bad about. I mean, there's just only good things to say about him.
Right.
As far as we know.
Well, he's. I mean, I guess we could. Couple other things I remember. I know he was really integral to the creation of the Golf Channel, which I guess if you're into golf, that's an important thing.
Yeah, sort of. Not really to people that are into golf.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing I love about golf is I think the hole-in-one. I'm really interested in things in sports that have to be like just the most amazing feeling in the world. I had a debate the other day. I was like, what do you think's more... oh, you screwed that up. Like, I think you just hit forward. What's more interesting? Catching a touchdown pass in the, end zone, or catching it and running it to the end zone? What do you think feels better to the person?
Oh, no, it's the running it into the end zone where you can have the celebration moment as you're crossing
the little step over and stuff.
Yeah, as long as you don't drop the ball early,
and I think about this constantly, but like the hole-in-one in golf, to me, that's gotta feel amazing.
So I got a funny hole-in-one story. It's not something I did. It was something a friend did. He is a huge golfer. He played semi-professionally. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
He was playing at a very prestigious club in Houston. But he's playing with some Texas senators and stuff like that. And he hit his first ever hole-in-one and had to play it cool because he was at a private club that he didn't have a membership to.
My first hole-in-one, I'm getting kicked out of the private club.
Right, but...
Like, I'm probably taking my shirt off and running around like, yes!
Yeah, but...
And they're like, put that clothes back on and get that guy out of here.
But when
you like, act like you've been there type of moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and for one, you don't want to, put up senators because, say something happened and you need to make a call.
Right.
But yeah, that's my hole-in-one story. I've never hit a hole-in-one. I've hit a hole in like 12.
Like, every sports has stuff like that. Like, I mean, like the perfect game in bowling.
Perfect game in baseball, which actually is a pretty good segment.
Right.
Segue.
So I guess we'll talk about this tragic. I don't know anything about this guy.
Okay,
except when I've been listening to the Arnold Palmer stuff. Oh my gosh, I screwed that up. Everybody's got a segue into this horrible other thing that happened.
So José Fernández, I'm almost positive I'm saying the name right. If I'm not, I have the utmost apologies. Huge baseball guy. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this today.
Wow, you lose a lot of money if you miss the whole... Oh, well.
He's a 24-year-old... Wow. Okay, so you adjust with the other stick.
Neat. This game's awesome. Okay, so he's 24 years old.
From Cuba, he escaped Cuba on a boat after 3 unsuccessful attempts. I actually just learned that.
Actually, I think I remember hearing about it he might have been involved with the Obama going to Cuba thing. Because I remember that was they were talking about.
I think he might have gone back with him or something.
Because they just now didn't they just recently start allowing the Cubans to come play baseball without it being a whole stop being Cuban thing, like in Cuba, not here.
Well, yeah. So the to get out of Cuba to play baseball, you had to.
That's cool.
You had to, and Cuba plays some great baseball.
Oh yeah.
You had to escape through these very shady backroom deals, and that's you.
Is it? No. Oh, whatever. Loading.
Through these backwood deals, and you had to go to Mexico or Venezuela somewhere and get a residency before you could even get to America to try and play baseball. Granted, I think it's a little different. He came straight to America. He was also a minor. So he got to America. He went to school. Got drafted.
Well, today was a weird day.
He got drafted in the first round. And
because between
Miami Marlins.
I'm sorry, I'm talking over you.
And by the Miami Marlins and went up through their system to become a star player. I will continue more about him. I'll let you.
Oh yeah. Well, we're going to take a break anyways. I'm going to start talking on the next course.